Hello and welcome to an Ignite Press livecast. I'm excited. This is an interview I never thought I'd be doing. And I'm really excited about it because I've got a very special author here today who's got some pretty amazing experiences and connections that we're going to share. Before we do that, though, I'm Everett O'Keefe. I'm the founder of Ignite Press, and we specialize in helping people bring their messages to the world through the most powerful medium ever created, and that is the medium of the book. And if we can ever be a resource for you or helpful for you, just reach out to us through our website at ignitepress.us. That's ignitepress.us. By the way, as we go through with our live cast here, if you have comments or questions, just put them in the chat and I will try to bring them to our author's attention as we go forward. So super excited to have you here. But let me get to the main event. I have today here with me Peter Chin, and Peter is the author of The Last Disciple, My Memoirs with Bruce Lee. Peter, come on in. How are you today?
Great. Thank you. Thank you, O'Keefe.
This
And
is
thank you
exciting.
for helping me publish the book.
My pleasure. Honestly, it's been a joy working with you and also with your daughter on this book. And I am excited about what you have created here. And already the chat log is blowing up. There's a bunch of people that are chatting in that they are here, including from the UK. In fact, if you're on the chat, just go ahead and tell us where you're chatting from. Like that'd be super fun for us to see this. Guernsey, I see here. Aren't too many people in Guernsey, so that's pretty amazing. Well, anyway, so Peter, let's get on with this. Before we go too far, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to dive into this book that you've written. So tell us first about yourself.
Well, I was born in Shanghai and raised up in Hong Kong. And I went to the same school as Bruce Lee, St. Francis Xavier College in 1962. And then from there, I moved on to Australia in 63, early part. And I arrived in San Francisco September 1963. And I first met Bruce is 1963 December. So that
Well,
was
and that's just the beginning of things, right?
yeah, that's correct.
So as people are putting in the chat log here, they're from, I see Hot Springs, Arkansas, New York City, San Diego, San Francisco, Colorado, all these other things. We're here to talk about your book, The Last Disciple, My Memoirs with Bruce Lee. So you met Bruce Lee when you were really young.
Yes. And I was actually in 1962 when I went to St. Francis Xavier. Uh, those days in Hong Kong, there's a lot of what you call after school fights on the rooftop, usually between two rivals, Wing Chun and Charlie Fudd. Okay. And I heard Bruce just learned 3 months of Wing Chun and he beat everybody up. So that's what I picked up Wing Chun too when I was in Hong Kong. And that's how I get involved in martial arts.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, tell us a bit about your journey. Tell us about your journey as it relates to Bruce Lee, and take us forward.
Okay. I met Bruce through my brother. Okay. My brother is a good friend with, actually, schoolmate with Howard Cho. And Howard Cho's sister is called Pearl Cho, and their father is Howard Cho. No, excuse me, Cho Datwa. That means he's the actor, and that's why they know through their their parents. Bruce's father know the parents of Howard and Pearl. So my brother is schoolmate with Howard, and then in 1962, Howard is already in London, and my brother is in San Francisco. So when I arrived in San Francisco, 1963, in December, my brother got a call from Howard. He said, "Hey, told her, Peter, Bruce is in Oakland. Why don't you go pay him a visit?" So my brother also studied Wing Chun back in Hong Kong. And so he asked me, "Do you want to go meet Bruce?" I said, "Of course." So we went to had the meeting with Bruce in Oakland. And the first meeting is, I find it a bit cocky, but it's different kind of cockiness. It's something about him that he's so sure about himself. Okay, so I briefly told him that I'll be moving to Los Angeles next year. So he said, "Oh, I'm going to do a demonstration in Long Beach." I was invited by Ed Parker at the Long Beach for the first karate tournament. He said, "If you have a chance, come and check out my demonstration." So I told him I will, and I did. In '64, I went to Long Beach. I watched him do the demonstration. I guess everybody know that 1 inch punch just shocked the whole martial art world.
Tell us about that, Peter.
Uh, the Long Beach is nothing. It's just that he can is all everybody actually on the internet know that Bruce famous with a 1 inch punch. I mean, he can just hit the guy with 1 inch and like this, and the guy just flew away to his chair. The power is incredible. Okay, and I say, "Oh my God, I got to learn from this guy." But at the time, I don't want to like try to call him again because he's already rumored going to be do a show, and he's already teaching celebrities. So I wish I say to myself, I'm not on that level, so I just stay away. But I got lucky in 1967. I also was in show business. Since 65, 66, I was a dancer and get some parts in the movie, but I'm only like an extra uh, in the movies. So I did a lot of Star Treks at those years. So 67, end of 67, I was shooting Star Trek, and I walked out and I saw Bruce. So I said, "Oh my God, hi, how you?" I went to him and said hello. I said, "Oh, I'm so glad that I can see you. I really want to learn from you, but I couldn't afford, your price." So he just said, "Oh, Peter, this is my last promotion for Green Hornet here. And starting next Wednesday, I'm going to have a private class. Why don't you come over? Here's my phone number, and I'll teach you as a friend." And that's how it got started.
That's pretty amazing that you were able to develop that relationship. What now? I'm getting some questions coming in because they're talking about your stories and your experiences and stuff like that.
Uh,
What are some of your favorite experiences that you had with Bruce Lee?
the experience with Bruce Lee is that he, every time I'm with him, he made me laugh. That's the most for me, the most important part. He makes me happy. You know, I have to try to hold my emotion if I can. That's my biggest problem. Every time I do this, I really miss him. Always make me laugh.
That's yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, that's Peter. That's totally understandable. Tell me about, you know, here's the thing I think is so amazing, and I'm gonna, I know a fraction of anything that probably any of the watchers know about Bruce Lee, but so I can just talk only about the persona that I see portrayed from what I've seen in the movies and stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, a sense of humor, you know, I, it seemed like there was always a sense of humor, which was surprising, because I would have thought, just from an outsider, that he'd be a very serious person. That he'd be very serious, because obviously he had to be incredibly disciplined, right, in order to come about, and for everything that came about. What do you attribute that to? What do you attribute that sense of humor to? Because that does seem so unusual.
Uh, that humor is always after the class. When we had the class, it's
Ah,
very, very serious. Okay. It's no joke. It's the the memory is after the class. That I always stay around after the class, and we have talk, because he and me, we spoke the same language, Cantonese. Okay, we have same kind of. And my wife is American, and he married to an American, so we have a lot of thing in common. He loved to dance, and I love to dance. I was in show business, and he was in show business. So there's a lot of common things after school. But during school, it's 100% straight. Okay, very serious during the class.
okay. Let me go to a couple of questions here from the audience here, and they are from everywhere. This is incredible. Also seeing comments now from Hungary and Germany and the Yukon, and pretty amazing. So Zelda asked this question here: what inspired you to document your experiences and your relationship with Bruce Lee in a memoir?
Well, it's been going on for many years. There's a lot of well, I don't sort of martial art words sometimes complicated. Okay, it's like my style is better than my uh, this style is better, and so on. And same thing with the JKD world. Okay, because they, what happens is that they have to understand that every student from Bruce, they are different. Just like look at my finger, there's five, right? So five students, they are all different. Okay, people have to understand that, and from that five student, the language, the link all the way down, are different also. So I I wasn't in that world, but then when I start to look at it, something is wrong. This is not what Bruce Lee intend to be. Okay, he want everybody be themselves. Okay, and then the key to really Bruce philosophy or JKD is his philosophy. Is his philosophy that made him a legend, legacy until today. And I can guarantee you that for many, many years to come, he'll be remembered. Okay? It's because no one is genuine and have the charisma like Bruce on the screen and in person. Okay? People always have doubt about his power, his kick, his punch. Only those of us that lucky that got kicked by him and get punched by him realize the real power. So, and I just want to try to share my experience with all those Bruce Lee's fans, so they understand the real message that Bruce tried to give.
Well, yeah, I mean, you took punches from him directly. What, what people talk about it, but so people have experienced it. How would you describe it?
I will just describe if there's no a heavy bag or not a mat in front of you, I won't be here talking to you.
That powerful.
Yes,
That
that's
powerful.
why. Yes, I'm not the original one to say that. Okay, okay. Bruce is really can one punch, one kill, and one kick, one kill. Okay. And it's true. I believe it.
Incredible. Let me let everybody know here that The Last Disciple, Peter's book, is available now on Amazon worldwide. And you can pick up the Kindle version is at a special launch price of $1.99 or whatever the equivalent is in whatever country you're finding. Now, by the way, if you go to this on the Kindle app or on the Amazon app on an iPhone, it'll say that you can't buy it there. And that's because of Amazon and Apple don't like each other. But if you just go to the web browser, just access it from the browser, then you can do that. I've actually also put a link to it in the chat that you can click. It'll take you directly there. And the Kindle and the paperback are both available. And actually, Amazon has seen fit to put the paperback at a discount price too. But definitely pick up the Kindle version if you can. You have a reader on every phone, tablet, and computer for that. So please do that. Now, let me get that off the screen.
Mhm.
Now, Peter, one of the things that we see when people write books about their lives and about other people and stuff is that there's some parts of the book kind of write themselves. And some parts are really hard. Now, in your situation, was there a part of this story that was you just knew had to be here?
It's chapter 17. Because ever since I met Bruce, what he taught me and what I follow is all on chapter 17. Okay. And I use those what he taught me every day, even today. Okay. It's chapter 17. Okay.
All right.
I'll give you an example. Two heads is better than one. Okay. If you don't know, you ask. And that's what I did. Even now, find out about you because I ask, research to find you because I know you do a good job. So basically, it's all a lot. It's on chapter 17. It's very important. Of course, that the poem at the end called "If" is also important because that's what Linda gave me when I went back to Hong Kong for his funeral. The point "If" is really interesting. Give you an example. You can dream, but don't make dream your master. Okay, it's so important. I mean, every sentence it meant something, and if you read it today, it's okay. This is what it meant, but few months later, when you read it again, it's another meaning. It's like when you go through life each month or every few months, if you bring that book out and you read it again, then you come to another realization. Okay. So that book, Bruce showed me back in 1968, but he carried it with him every day when he was in Hong Kong. And that's what Linda gave me when I went back to Hong Kong. That
Let's
is,
let's
yeah,
let's talk about that relationship because I know there are a lot of people out there that have written memoirs and histories and things of Bruce Lee, and there's you've got a pretty unique situation here. Can you tell us about your collaboration with Linda Lee?
yes. Linda helped me edit the book. I was very lucky because I want to make sure everything in the book is okay for her. I don't want any misinformation. And I always, if I don't know something, I even GPT and make sure it's correct. What I said, I want to make sure it's okay. I GPT it. It's amazing GPT. So, and I just make sure all the facts I say is true. You know, because one thing Bruce don't don't like is lies. Okay, so any misinformation I will not put in. I always fact check. Okay, and that's the key. And I'm really happy that have the chance that Linda. I'm so lucky really for her to edit the book for me.
Well, and she also wrote a forward for you as well, and it's too long for me to read here.
Uh-huh.
But I just think it's really important for people to understand that, you've written this book with the full endorsement of of Bruce Lee's wife, and not just with her endorsement, with her actual help, which is incredible and rare. And I think about how wonderful that is. Then you also have a forward by Ang Lee, the director. Um,
Yes.
how did that come about?
In 2016, I received a call from Shannon, Bruce Lee's daughter. He said, I only like to interview you. Do you mind coming to Los Angeles to talk to him? So every time when Shannon call me, whatever she wants, I'll do it. You know, it's like anything for Linda, anything for Shannon, I'll do it. So I said, sure. Actually, that particular week that he wanted to meet, I said I had to go to Hong Kong. But on my way back, I sure stop by. I can stop by your office, and he can, I can talk to him there. And that's what happened. So in 2016, that's the first time I met Ang Lee. So we talked about 4 hours. Then I realized he's preparing to. He wanted to make a Bruce Lee movie for almost 20 years. Okay, but he have a hard time like spiritually. He's an artist, so he need to able to connect with Bruce in some way. Okay, so I told him whatever question that he asked, and then he said to me, Peter, how come I've been traveling for the past few months? Everyone that I talk to that know Bruce is different from what you said. I said, I really don't know how to answer the question. Maybe because when me and Bruce talk, we speak in Cantonese, we have a better communication or understanding of each other. Maybe that would be the problem. And the main question he asked me is that, why do you think Bruce want to come back to USA? I say, my personal opinion, okay, Bruce really care about the family. He really care about Linda, Brandon, and Shannon. And this is life that he want to, keep the family together. And there was the time too much gossip going on in Hong Kong. So he don't like gossip, and I don't like gossip. That's why I never get into the martial art world. So I stay out of it for many years. But I'm 77 now, okay? And I just have a heart attack I didn't even tell you, in 2022. And I say, oh, I better come out and share with the world, especially Bruce Lee's fans world, uh, uh, what I learned from Bruce. It's all my personal opinion. The time I spent with Bruce. So and I wrote it the way what happened, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
And with Ang Lee, his forward is like the forward actually make my
I'm going to
daughters
read.
big
I'm going
cry.
to read part of it.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to read part of it because I think this is really important. So let me
Yes.
share this with everybody. This is Ang Lee, the director. There have been many books written about Bruce Lee and Jeet Kune Do over the years, but rarely do they have the same kind of affectionate simplicity as this one. Reading it feels less like a book and more like a conversation with a friend. There's a certain innocence and a love to Peter's words that gives the impression that Bruce is right there in the room with you. Such a sense of intimacy could only come from a real and personal bond of friendship, and it offers a precious insight into the living presence of Bruce Lee and his art. I'm going to read one more paragraph because I think this is useful. Again, this is in The Last Disciple.
Mhm.
What I found most interesting were the chapters on Jeet Kune Do and Bruce's teaching method. Since Bruce's untimely passing, many people have become fixated on the idea of an original Jeet Kune Do. But Peter's perspective illuminates the simple fact that the art of Jeet Kune Do is always evolving, ever expressing the individual martial artist. And the only original is Bruce himself. However, Bruce did not want to be imitated. He wanted his students to become authentic themselves.
Right.
Anyhow, this is here. So that, I mean, this is pretty amazing, the support that you've received, Peter, and that speaks to you.
Yes, it's like
They would not.
say my daughters, they cried.
And I know Jade is in the room there with you helping, and she's been a great help along with this journey here. And it's just been so really great. Oh, I love this comment, by the way.
Call community.
Mark Stoss says, it's amazing to still have such a personal testimony. The martial arts world can really be proud of your book because it's very deep. And Christina says, thank you for sharing your memories. And so I tell you, you also had, you wanted to make sure that I gave you a chance to acknowledge some help here. And so who would you like to speak to there?
Oh, yes. I'd like to really thank Diana Lee Inosanto and his husband Ron, because she recommended to me to Jaime Carbon from Barcelona, who had the magazine, the Bruce Lee Club, Mania, okay, on the 10th anniversary of the magazine. She recommended me to do the speech in Barcelona. Because of that speech, as I say, I don't hold my emotion too good. Okay, but there's the question, a question from the audience, the last section of the audience. There's a fan asked me that question: how is Bruce Lee as a human being?
Yeah.
And then, of course, my emotion got just like beginning. I say, Bruce Lee treated me the same way the first day he met me, when I was even just a busboy, until the last day when he reached that fame. He treated me the same way. I met a lot of people many, many years. I'm 77. I never met someone like him again. So, as I can say about Bruce,
Okay.
an amazing human being.
Well, Peter, I'm grateful that we have you here with us to share this, and I know that you have included a lot of great memories in your book. Thanks for taking the time to do this. And if people want to reach out to you, I understand they can reach out to you through your website, and is that peterchin.com?
Yes.
Okay. I'll put that in the chat log as well. And you get a lot of well-wishers here messaging us. So Peter, thank you so much for joining us. I'm grateful that you've done this book, that you've poured your heart and soul into it. And we're excited to see how it changes lives.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Take care, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, everybody, there you go. Please pick up your copy of The Last Disciple. It's available right now on Amazon in Kindle and in paperback. Please pick that up and pick these up. That's a great gift for other people as well. And if we can help you here at Ignite Press, please reach out and we can have a conversation about you and your book and your journey. So there you go. Take care. Thank you again for joining us.